Greetings, students, faculty, staff, alumni, parents, and friends. It is very strange to be celebrating a university convocation, literally a calling together, when our lives currently seem to focus largely on staying apart. But it is exactly our current circumstance that makes a unifying message especially important. The purpose of a convocation is to connect a community to a common purpose. Some schools at our university will be hosting their own socially distant convocation, but especially in this time, I wanted to address the whole of our university. Of course, the rhythms of the academic year do not equally apply to every part of our university. For our staff and our faculty, researchers, and healthcare providers, the work never stops. Even for our students, whether they are undergraduates in the college or graduate students in one of the many schools and departments, there is no single starting point. For our first-year students in the college and in the Eastman School of Music, and for all the first-year students in our many graduate and professional programs, I know that the beginning of your University of Rochester experience has been unlike any other. I would like to recognize the unique challenges of your first days here and thank you for your flexibility and creativity, and I hope your continued optimism this semester. You will get through these few months, and we will be here to support you because we are all part of this great university. One historian has described a university as at once a tradition, a company of scholars, and a society of friends. I would add to those characteristics that our university is a community of common purpose, connected by our mission to learn, discover, heal, create, and make the world ever better. And let me pause here to say again that we are not only part of the university community, we are citizens of the broader Rochester community. The histories and the current circumstances of our city and our university are intertwined. And we are also members of many communities within this university, be it a residence hall, a team, a department or a school, a research lab, a hospital unit, an orchestra section, or any number of the varied roles that make up our connections to this institution. Those community connections help to define, nurture, and sustain us, and we in turn help to define and sustain the community. By committing to our Meliora and I Care values and striving to be ever better, we create the vibrant, diverse, respectful, and intellectually curious community that we want to be part of. As the COVID-19 pandemic persists, we have a particularly acute responsibility to our community to follow the health and safety guidelines that have been established for this academic year, from filling out your daily Dr. Chatbot health screening to wearing your face mask and maintaining physical distance. This is how you can stay healthy and fulfill your responsibility to keep our community healthy. Keeping the community healthy is especially important. Many of you remember the upheavals of the spring, de-densifying residence halls, sending students home, freeing up hospital beds, suddenly working from the dining room table. But we also had to shut down our classrooms, museums, concert hall, libraries, and virtually all of our research efforts, striking at the heart of our key role as a leading research university, where knowledge is created and shared, where the boundaries of science and so many other academic fields are tested and expanded, and where new learnings advance our humanity, our society, and our civilization. Now, before you accuse me of hyperbole, I'd like you to reflect for a moment on the work of the Research University and how essential it is to all of us, whether it's finding a COVID vaccine, or developing a new surgical technique, or creating a new alloy, or expanding our understanding of our history or the world around us. The work of the Research University is essential to the progress of humankind. And although the results of this work may not be immediately evident, The work of every laboratory and every scholar at this university has an impact on science, on the humanities and the arts, and on our society in general. Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of the importance of this work, but everyone in this university community has a stake in it. The shutdown in March forced a pause in much of that work, delaying the next discovery, postponing the next scholarly paper, and slowing the acquisition of new knowledge. I'm hopeful that we will not have to pause again, and I am hopeful that everyone in this community will contribute to that goal. Some of my colleagues have called a university-wide convocation unprecedented at this university, although very common at many other universities, but I've discovered that I'm actually reviving a University of Rochester tradition. The first university-wide convocation was held in 1955, led by President Cornelius de Kiewit. The convocation was late that year, in October. The River campus had experienced some disruption of normal operations that year, not on the scale we are seeing today with COVID-19, but a disruption of a positive and progressive kind. In 1955, the university housed women in the River campus residence halls for the first time. Prior to that, female students lived on the Prince Street campus, where the Memorial Art Gallery now stands. Although today co-ed campuses and even co-ed dorms are the norm, back then the move was quite a remarkable change for the university. As far as operational change goes, it's likely that the year 2020 will be remembered as being more significant to the university than 1955 was. But I believe that as a community, we will respond with resilience and optimism to the many changes that this year will bring. And so, as the semester moves forward, I wish for all of you, whatever your role here, a rewarding, safe, and healthy fall. And don't forget, stay physically distant, wash your hands, and wear your face mask. Meliora.